this man married his pen pal. Who is one of these three women? Number one, what is your name, please?
My name is Hiromi Hallett.
Number two.
My name is Hiromi Hallett.
Number three.
My name is Hiromi Hallett.
Only one of these people is the real Hiromi Hallett, and is the only one sworn to tell the truth. Now let's meet our panel. Actor and raconteur Orson Bean. Star of Mama's Family, Vicki Lawrence Schultz. Sports commentator and author Jay Johnstone. And to tell the truth's very own Kitty Carlisle. Here's the host of To Tell the Truth, Lynn Swann.
Welcome, everyone. We're glad you're here. Good morning, panel.
Good morning, Lynn.
Good morning. Hi, Linny.
Let's get right to the story presented by our first team of challengers, all three of whom claim to be Hiromi Hallett. And here is her story. Please, read along with me. I, Hiromi Hallett, married my American pen pal. For 10 years, we wrote hundreds of letters. We exchanged pictures and even recipes. When I had the opportunity to study in America, we couldn't resist meeting face to face. He was more handsome than his pictures, but I never thought about him romantically. We were both going steady at the time, and I returned home to Japan. Later, my boyfriend and I broke up, and I told Phil my sad news. Shortly afterward, he came to Tokyo. And 2 weeks later, he asked me to marry him. At first, my parents were naturally concerned about me marrying a non-Japanese, but we convinced them that love would bridge the gap. And what happened to all those letters we wrote for so many years? They are right here. I saved every one of them, and so did Phil. Signed, Hiromi Hallett. We're going to find out more about love in the land of the rising sun right after this. Welcome back to Tell the Truth. Panel, all three of these people claim to be Hiromi Hallett, who married her American pen pal. Let's start the question with Kitty Carlisle.
Thank you. Number one, how did you first start? How did you find Mr. Hallett to begin to write?
I joined American Pen Pal Club.
And number two, he was the one that the American Pen Pal Club gave you.
Yes, he was.
And you were what? Number three, how old were you when you started?
17.
And number two, you were won by his letters right away. That's why you saved them?
Right.
Number one, how long have you been married?
Just 3 weeks.
2 years.
2 weeks. No, 3 weeks.
Three.
I said 2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yes, 3 weeks.
Only 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Oh,
Jay.
congratulations.
Number
Thank
two,
you.
was it a Japanese-style wedding or an American-style wedding?
Well, it was American-style wedding.
Number one, are you going to live in Japan or are you going to live here in America?
Now I live in America now.
Number three, who is the emperor in Japan today?
Hirohito died.
How many... I'm sorry, what?
Sorry. I don't understand.
Okay, your time's up anyway for asking that question. Vicki.
But you did a fine job, Jay. You helped us a lot. Number one, what is your maiden name?
My name is Hiromi Toronto.
Now, number two, you were how old when you started writing to this fellow?
70 years old.
What is his name?
Phil Hallett.
Phil?
Hallett.
And you were 17, and you've been married how long?
3 weeks.
And where exactly do you live, number three?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Where did you go to school, number three?
Thank you, Vicki.
Well, you're welcome, Lynn.
Orson.
Yeah, Belle.
You're all very beautiful, and Phil is a lucky man, whoever. Now, number 2, as a good Japanese wife, when he comes home from work tired at the end of the day, picture it. Are you standing there with his slippers and a glass of hot sake?
No, I don't do that at all.
You've become an American girl. It's a very sad thing. Number 1, now, do your parents look down on us Americans as lesser beings than...
Yeah, first time my parents got mad, you know.
Yeah, of course they did, because, you know, the Japanese are the
yeah.
best thing in the world, and we're not much. Number 3, well, that's what, they'll be able to come over here soon, number 3, because soon your country will own our country. I'm just trying to make us feel comfortable.
Orson. Now, in an earlier show, you were supposed to have a political career, but you can't with that kind of international stand. All right. Your time is up, panel, and it's time for you to vote for either number 1, number 2, or number 3. Now, our team of challengers will receive $500 for each incorrect vote with a guarantee of $1,000. And if the panel is fooled completely, which I think they will be, the team will receive $3,000. So, Kitty, we'll begin with you.
Well, I think that number 2 hasn't been writing all those letters for 10 years, and number 3 may well have, but I believe number 2, and I think she's adopted our ways, and she's not standing there with the slippers and the sake when he comes home.
Number 2. Jay.
Got a quarter? We can flip? No, I like the answer of number 1, but I have to vote for number 2.
You like the answer also about not waiting with the slippers?
Yes.
Vicky.
Wait, that was number 2, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to clarify these things. I'm so confused. They've got me totally confused. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know.
So this is just a shot in the dark,
It's
number 2.
absolutely, yes.
But you're in good company.
Yeah,
Orson.
they're all adorable.
Oh, and Orson was a lot of help, don't you think? You helped us with all those questions.
I know, it's very sad. Well, number 3 didn't know that the Emperor of Japan is Rocky Balboa, but I voted for number 2 because I noticed she was looking over at the gentleman sitting in the audience, but that could have been a trick, too.
Okay.
No, not on this
Well,
No.
either you're all right or you're all wrong. There's no doubt about that. Number 1 doesn't have a vote. Number 3 doesn't have a vote. Number 2 has them all. So now it's time to find out who the real pen pal bride is. Will the real Hiromi Howlett please stand up? You're all correct. Well, because you received all the votes, your team will get the guarantee of $1,000. Let's find out, though, about the imposters. Number 1, what's your name and what do you do?
My name is Sun An. I'm Korean. I've been married 13 years, and I have 3 kids. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Number 3, your name?
My name is Ryuko Wakabayashi. I'm a student. I never been married.
Thank you. Well, let's meet Phil, your husband. Phil, come on out. Terrific. Pen pal love. Okay, now, this engagement ceremony that you're involved in, was that a little different for you?
Well, it did take some time to have the kimonos put on, but mostly I just smiled because I don't speak Japanese.
You had no idea what they were saying.
None at all.
Phil, you're taking my daughter away. We hate you. No. I'm sure everyone is very happy. We wish you all the best. Thank you very much for being here and playing on To Tell the Truth.
Thank you.
We'll be back with the only female boxing referee in the country right after this. Welcome back to Tell the Truth. Let's meet our next team of challengers.
Number 1, what is your name, please?
My name is Gwen Adair.
Number 2.
My name is Gwen Adair.
Number 3.
My name is Gwen Adair.
It's up to you, Pamela, to locate the real Gwen Adair, and here is her story. Please follow along. I, Gwen Adair, am the only female boxing referee in the country. My mother introduced me to the ring. When I went to fights every Thursday night. I even won an award as Female Fight Fan of the Year. After a short career in television, I decided to make boxing my life. I first managed the career of a young, up-and-coming fighter. Then I worked as a boxing judge. And now I'm where the action is, in the ring. I watch for low blows, kidney punches, and rabbit punches. It's my job to stop a fight before a boxer is seriously hurt. Now I'm looking for my big break, a championship match. There are no female referees in the NFL or umpires in Major League Baseball. Only boxing, the most macho professional sport, has delivered a powerful punch for women's rights and put a lady in charge in the ring. Signed, Gwen Adair. Okay. We will start the questioning with Mr. Orson Bean.
Thank you. Number 2, there are a lot of women that seem to like both boxing and wrestling. Not that I'm comparing the two, but what do you think the attraction is?
Well, it's typically a men's sport, and women always wanted to get into men's sports.
Yeah, but number 3, that's just the most violent. 2 guys beating the hell out of each other, and you see women screaming, hit him, hit him. What is the attraction, do you think?
I think it's the art and the one-on-one sport.
Yeah? Oh, great. Number 1, isn't head injury the most dangerous thing over a long term for a boxer?
I believe so, yes.
Well, number 1 again, what's a rabbit punch, and why is it dangerous?
A rabbit punch is like punching in the back of the neck, and it's very, very dangerous because you could hit a vein, you could cut off the circulation, and it's just bad for the brain.
Number 2, what about a kidney?
Time is up, Orson. Vicki, time for you to juggle a few questions.
Yeah, what about a kidney punch, number 2?
Kidney punch is in the back, the upper part of the kidneys.
Now, number 1, have you ever been hurt?
Almost, yeah.
Just almost? What about you, number 3? Have you ever been hurt?
No.
Okay, now why, number 2, now where's Dad in all of this?
Pardon me?
Where is Dad? You said Mom took you to the boxing matches.
Right.
It's kind of an odd thing for 2 broads to do, yeah?
No.
Well, I mean, it is. You know, go out Saturday night to the
Mom
boxing.
was Dad, you know, so they were divorced. Mom is Dad.
So the two, now do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have 3 sisters and a brother.
But just you and Mom went to the boxing match?
Yeah, well, I was
That's
old.
all. Time's up. Try to squeak one by there. Jay.
Number 3, was there ever an intimidation factor? You afraid you might get hit while they were in the clinches or something?
I think in the beginning there might have been.
How old were you, number 2, when you first went to that match with your mother?
The first match I went to?
Yes.
5 years old.
Number 1, what determines when you have to stop a fight, when a boxer is possibly seriously injured?
Well, if I ask the boxer a couple of questions like, usually I don't ask him his name, I'll ask him like what day it is. If he can't give you the answer to that, then I'll ask him what his name is, and then I'll call the doctor in so I don't get in trouble and stop the fight.
Number 2, how long?
Thank you, Jay. Kitty.
I should think if a boxer can't tell you his name, he better get out of the ring. He's seriously in trouble. Gosh, number 2, how old were you when you started being a referee?
20 years old.
And number 3, do you do this is this a life's work? Is this the way you make a living?
No.
No. Well, what do you do?
I run a fast food business.
A what?
Fast
I
food
see.
business.
And number 2, is this your profession too?
No, it's part-time.
And number 1, do you get well paid for this?
Yes.
Number 2.
Kitty, thank you. Time is up, and panel, time for you to vote for either number 1, number 2, or number 3. And we'll begin with our pugilistic expert, Orson Bean.
Oh, thank you, Lynn. Well, I voted for number 3. She's the kind of a dame that you would take out for hot dogs and beer and then go and watch a referee a fight.
Okay. Vicki.
Great reasoning. I didn't understand number 3 running the fast food business. I mean, I'd like to do that. I'd leave show business if I had a fast food business. Number 2 looks like she was put here to look like a referee to me.
Yes.
I don't know why. So I voted for number 1. Not that you guys would ever trick us.
Process of elimination here.
Another brilliant deduction.
Really?
By the bimbo in sync.
Okay.
Where do you hear this one? I love number 1's answers until she said they get paid a lot. And I can't picture any referee getting paid a lot. So I voted for number 3.
And he's a sports expert. Kitty.
And I'm such an expert. And I thought they were all good. I didn't think anybody said anything wrong because I'm an expert. So I voted for number 3.
All right. With the vote in, the recap shows number 1 has a single vote, number 2 has no votes, and number 3 has 3 votes. Well, let's find out who the real ringmaster is. Will the real Gwen Adair please stand up? Very good. Very good. Gwen, in your affidavit, it says that you're waiting for your next big break, which is a championship fight. What is it that qualifies you now, that puts you in the position to get a championship fight?
I've had 10 years of experience, and I've paid my dues. I think that I'm ready now, and the commissioners feel I'm ready. So it's just a matter of finding the right spot.
Well, I hope for your sake it's not a Tyson fight, because they get kind of wild in there. Okay, let's find out who your imposters are. Number 1, your name, and what do you do?
My name is Deborah Green, and I'm a poet and writer.
Wonderful. I write a little poetry myself. We'll have to discuss this later on. Number 2, your name and what do you do?
My name is Debbie Pelletier. I'm a full-time mother and part-time bartender.
Terrific. There was 1 incorrect vote, so your team will receive the guaranteed $1,000. It was terrific having you on. Thank you very much for being here on To Tell the Truth. We'll be back to play one-on-one with someone from our studio audience right after this. Welcome back to Tell the Truth. It's time now to play one-on-one with someone from our studio audience. Burton, who do you have for us today?
Well, Lynn, today we have Monica Holguin from Los Angeles, California.
Welcome, Monica.
Hi, thank you.
You're about to meet a man who has 2 stories as we play one-on-one. Please welcome Michael Burgett. Michael? Now, Monica, Michael's going to tell you 2 stories, only one of which is the truth. And if you spot that true story, you'll win $500. Big ones. Okay, Michael, what's your first story?
I am an entomologist, and I eat insects. I just baked a batch of Yellow Jacket cookies for the panelists to eat.
Now, that may or may not be the truth, so listen to Michael's second story.
I collect dentures of famous people of the past. In my collection, I have George Washington's false teeth.
Okay, panel, you get a chance to help Monica win $500. 1 question about each story. Kitty, we're going to start talking about the insects.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Burnett. I can hardly wait for the cookies. Have you ever made chocolate ants?
No.
Okay, Jay.
Since you're such a expert on ones you can eat, which ones can you not eat? What insects?
I know of no insects you couldn't eat.
Vicky.
Why would anybody in their right mind want to eat a yellow jacket cookie?
Nutrition.
Appetizing line of questioning. Orson.
He is an entomolophile. There's a roach leg on his sweater there. Now, is there fiber in his... Are they good for fiber, the yellow jacket cookies? I mean, if we eat enough of them, would we... I mean, are they good for fiber?
Yes, they'd be fine for fiber.
Okay, Monica. That's the first story. Now listen to story number 2, the man who collects dentures. Kitty.
Mr. Burgett, what were George Washington's teeth made of?
Wood.
Thank you.
Jay.
Sir, what solution do you keep these teeth in?
Well, with President Washington's, I don't have to because they're wooden.
Vicky.
Well, are George's teeth worth a lot of money?
They are actually incalculable in value, yes.
Ooh. Orson.
Yes, Martha used to complain about slivers. It was a terrible thing. Are they the most expensive? That's a bizarre thing to keeping false teeth or eating bugs.
That's bizarre any way you cut it.
Either way. Are they the most expensive teeth you have?
They're the most valuable in the collection. I couldn't put a price on them.
Yeah.
Okay, Monica. Okay. You've heard this intriguing cross-examination.
Yes.
What is your choice? Is he the man who eats insects, or does he collect dentures?
I believe because the color of his sweater, and he said they're yellow jackets, that he eats insects.
Oh, the yellow sweater theory. Very good here. Okay, Michael, what's your true story?
To tell the truth, I do eat insects.
And it works. Congratulations. Michael, that is really terrific. Thank you very much for playing on To Tell the Truth. We're going to be right back, and we're going to eat some Yellow Jacket cookies after these words. Oh, yes, yes, Yellow Jacket. We're back. Here they are. Kitty, would you like one?
Thank you.
Jay, please,
certainly.
please.
I never touched them
Never?
myself.
Vicky,
Give Becky two, and I'll let her...
Orson, come on, Orson, have
I'm
one.
going to try.
Okay, Yellow Jacket cookies. Oh, they're awesome. They're great. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next time on To Tell the Truth.
7 stories of sacrifice, 1 shared dream. America's Gymnastics Gold on the next Anything to Win. Sunday at 8, 7 Central on GSN.
GSN.